sheltered world with nowhere left to hide. The naked soul is running free. My eyes are open wide, searching for the higher ground to make my life complete. It's only when you climb that mountain the world is at your feet.
Folly, you ever have to take that? That's crew out there, do you think? Or
been paid to scream like
that. What's it been like carving a career after take that? Has it been? Is it some blessing being with the group, or in this situation, or
I think it was great being with the group to start off, because I don't know, I think there's so many things that can sidetrack you from what you're actually meant to do, and as a group, with the support of 4 other people, I think we all kept level-headed.
But that kind of adulation that you've got, and you walked out there and there were all these girls shrieking and screaming. I mean, even worse than tonight. But I mean, was it bound to sort of have an effect on you, doesn't it? I mean, does it turn your head? Did it make you giddy? Did it make you sexy? I mean, what was it like?
All those, I think.
All those things.
It was great. Really, it still is great. You know, how can you ever say you don't like it? Because I think you always want people to like what you do. And, you know, when I get an applause or whatever, it's great. Because, I mean, I started in the clubs in England, and it was lucky to be listened to, never mind getting applause.
The clubs was a tough school for you to learn in, wasn't it? I mean, you started doing that at a very early age, didn't you?
I was about 11 when I got my first job as a piano player. And then when I was about 16, I was starting to sing by then. And, but it was great because there's no, you know, recording vocals for weeks on end. It's one live performance. Yes. And, you know, that really taught me everything I knew. And like I say, with the audiences and things, it's a great way to learn.
You played some rough places, I guess.
Yeah. Played Barnsley.
You played Barnsley? Oh, that's a good one. But, I mean, and of course, there's something to that. I think there's something strangely noble about those entertainers as well, don't you? I mean, we could all have a laugh at them, bad comics and that sort of thing. But, you know, it takes some bottle to get up there, night and day in, day out.
I used to hate the comedians, and not hate them. I used to hate it when they used to die. And this one night we were in a club, and this comedian went on. Nobody listened to him all night, and he come off after about 20 minutes, and it was all of a sudden there was silence. We were in the dressing room, but we could hear silence, and he went, "Listen, the bingo's on now. There's silence." So he run out onto the stage, pulled his pants down, and was doing this to everybody. "Oh, you'll be quiet." And we were doing a minute's silence for someone who died the week before.
Oh dear, we shouldn't laugh, should we?
No, we shouldn't laugh, but I really laughed.
Yeah, but as you said, if you can survive that, then you learn something, don't you? You're forged in a sense, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you went from there into the well, in fact, you went through quite a bit of rejection before you actually got. There was a lovely story in research I want you to tell about going to see Elton John's publishing company with your demo disc.
That's right. I had quite a few good songs on this tape, like a million love songs that were hits later on. And it was at Zomba Publishing, which is Elton John's publishing company, and this guy sat in the office, and he did the old trick where he turned his back on you, so you can't see whether he's tapping his foot, he's smiling, or whatever. Anyway, he played the whole 6 songs. I'd never got that far before. He played the whole 6. This is it. I'm going to get a publishing deal. And he turned around, picked the tape out of the recorder, opened the window, and threw it out. So I thought, I don't think I'll be getting a deal here then.
A terrible thing to do.
I told Elton actually later on.
Yeah, he's been very supportive, Elton, hasn't he?
He's been lovely to me.
He's a good man. Yeah. Now, what about going from that into that huge success that you had? I suppose it would change your life overnight, wouldn't it? I mean, all sorts of things would start happening to you that never happened to you before, travel and stuff like that.
I think, yeah, definitely, because I know that all 5 of us, we hadn't actually been out of England when we joined the group. We were all kind of 19, and we'd been to France with the school and stuff, but we'd never actually been abroad. And I remember one of our first trips was Japan. Now, if there's one country that's their kind of whole religious, the way of life, everything, it's completely removed from the way we live. And we went there a lot. In fact, I actually had a girlfriend there for about 6 months in Japan, and she really wanted me to meet her family, and I was a bit nervous about it because they didn't speak English at all, none of them. And anyhow, we flew in from England, and I went straight from the airport to her house. She met me at the door, and the dad comes over and gives me his business card. So I go, nice, lovely. Put it in the back bin. And everyone went, "Ugh." And she said, "Don't put it in your back pocket, it's like sitting on his pride." So it went in the really, all right. So that was great. And next minute they said, "We're going through to have some dinner." She said, he didn't say that. So everyone starts taking their shoes off. And I've just been on a 15-hour flight, 3 hours from the airport. I thought this will be interesting. It was like Parmesan cheese. It was awful, believe it. And we sat down for dinner. You know the way they have those low tables and they kind of sit like this? I can't, I'm not very supple, and if I sat with my legs crossed, I'd fall backwards. So I was like on my side like this. And I thought, I couldn't eat my dinner, but I was going down sideways. So I kind of like, I thought, I'd just go to the toilet, and I put my chopsticks in the bowl of rice, and everyone went, oh! that means death. I never saw her again. That was kind of it after that. But, I mean, just a cultural shock for someone like me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I learned quickly.
You said it's a totally different society. It's like another world, and
yeah.
It's like being on Mars, isn't it?
Definitely.
What about, again, the other things surrounding it? We touched on earlier on about the sort of hero worship. I mean, what must, I asked Jerry Halliwell this, what must it be like to go in a shop and see yourself as a doll?
I'd seen kind of the drawing, but I'd never actually seen one. So it was Saturday afternoon, so I went off into Chester with a bit of a cap on, some glasses. I was in the middle of Toy and Hobby checking out the dolls. And I couldn't find my doll anywhere. I was thinking, I've sold out in here. There's hundreds of the others, and I've sold out. Lovely. So I went to the desk and I said, have you got any Gary Barlow dolls here? And she says, no, you've got to collect Howard, Mark, Jason and Robbie, and you send the coupon off and get Gary for free.
I mean, you're almost sort of shunted on one side, right, in a sense. I mean, you're the talented, the writer of the
I liked that, though. I liked it.
Did you?
I'm not really... I don't really qualify, I don't think, as kind of a superstar. I mean, kind of... No, what I mean is by this, is that I couldn't fill the Sun for 6 months with stories about my life. I don't live my life like that. I very much differentiate work and being private, which is why I still live up north, really. And that's why, you know, I see superstars and I think, well, they're actually welcome to that, because I don't think I would actually really want it. Because I'd hate to be written about in such a way all the time, having a divorce now, and having kids, and I'd hate that. I really need my own space.
Jude, yes, it's almost as if, isn't it, that some people sort of seek that kind of, that notoriety.
Some people love it, though, and that's great.
They complain about it, but they do nothing to prevent it.
That's right.
You know, it's how dare they write about me falling down in a nightclub. Well, of course, you fell down in a nightclub. That's right. The answer.
That's right. And I'm kind of like, you know, I don't hang out with the drug scene and stuff like that. I'm quite a clean living person, and I think that, you know, I think that whole scene's a different ball game. I don't get involved in it at all. And like I say, I kind of get on with my job. I have a private life, and that's really great for me.
So it saves, I'm not going to Caroline, but it saves you going into the Priory, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I mean, I don't get it, though. I don't get the whole drugs thing. I mean, like, the coolness of... I mean, this is the day and age of the coolness of cocaine, you know. So cool. I really want to take a drug that makes my penis small, drains me bank balance, gives me a nosebleed. You know, kind of like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
It is glamorized, isn't it? You see, you know, this sort of heroin chic and all that nonsense. It makes you angry, doesn't it? Because there's nothing glamorous about it at all. It's
definitely
awful.
not. Definitely not.
It's dreadful. It's an interesting point you made there, actually, which, I mean, all of you are like this. I mean, you all came from up north. Well, Caroline, you're down here now, I know, but you much prefer to be in Manchester. But you've all actually got their tap roots up there, haven't you? I mean, for the same reason, you feel that you've got a greater hold on reality now up there?
Yeah, I mean, I like it in Sheffield. People
still
say,
live there?
Yeah, I still live in Sheffield. I was born and raised there, so, I mean, people say you've accumulated all this wealth. Now, why don't you move to London or buy different places? I'll buy different places, but I don't want to move out of Sheffield. It's where I'm from. The people are down to earth there. I like the place.
Happy there?
I'm happy, yeah. My parents are there, the whole of my family, and my friends are there, you know.
Mind you, I have to say that I've not seen too many people in Sheffield and as with flash jewellery like that. I mean, let's
well, you know, I like to buy my...
Get a camera. Let's have a look at this. Caroline was looking at this when the guy was singing. Is that all
Well,
right?
I like spoiling myself now and again after the fight, you know, after the fights, and so, you know, I've trained really hard from the age of 7.
Oh, there's what you've done.
But, you know, and I think I'll continue. The one thing that I'm missing at the moment is still that what me and you talked about, Michael, is that McLaren F1. So
Beauty. The McLaren
that's a
F1.
beautiful looking
You
car.
need
I mean,
one.
definitely.
It's essential.
Have you got a McLaren?
No, he needs one.
Have you seen it? This is a Formula One racing car. This guy
It's a beautiful car. I mean, you're sat in the middle at the start. I mean, you can to your family or whoever sat beside you. It's a great feeling.
Are you going to get one?
Oh, definitely. Time will tell us.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what about you're going on the road shortly, and you're promoting your, or will later on promote your record and that sort of
Yeah, the record's going to be out just before the summer, I think. We were due to go on tour in April, but it's been put back. So sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry about that. I want to play the new album and stuff on it, and we're just a couple of songs short at the moment. So we're going to be going out at the end of the year. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll have to make it even more special when we go out.
So what's the ambition to be? I mean, you've always said that you're this middle of the road entertainer, basically. That's what you like to think of yourself of, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, like I say, you know, I always write music that's kind of pop music. It's kind of unoffensive. You know, that's the kind of music I like to make. If I was to try and be anything else, I wouldn't be being me.
Oh, Gary, you can't be that nice. You can't be that nice.
Let's go on, pretend he is.
Go on, get a move on, I'm going for dinner.
Do you think is there a secret somewhere?
I think, yeah,
You think so, do you?
definitely, yeah.
In the way in which the stage is,
I
don't
mean,
think so?
it's purer than pure, that's the way you paint yourself here now.
No, do you know what? Everyone says, oh, the nice guy and all this. They don't really know about me because, like I say, I don't advertise my private life. I like to drink, I like to do things, whatever. People never hear about them. And I don't like advertising, you know, things that people are going to write about in a bad way.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's how it's come about. I got out of that pretty well, didn't I?
Well, I much enjoyed talking to all of you, actually.
Thank you.
It was nice to hear, and I enjoyed it very much indeed. I wish you all of you, in your different ways, every success. And Gary Barlow, thank you very much indeed. Gary Barlow. My thanks then to Gary Barlow, to Prince Machine.